December 1799. George Washington, the hero of the Revolution, the first president, was facing his final battle. But it wasn't on a battlefield against the British. It was in his own bed, against a sore throat. And the very people trying to save him were using treatments so bizarre, so brutal, they would ultimately kill him. Today we uncovered the disgusting medical cures that led to the death of George Washington. It started on December 12th. Washington spent hours on horseback in freezing rain and snow, inspecting his farms. He came home, chilled to the bone, but refused to change out of his wet clothes for dinner. The next day, a sore throat began. By the morning of the 14th, he could barely speak or breathe. His wife, Martha, was terrified. The first attempt at a cure seems harmless, if a little strange. A mix of molasses, butter, and vinegar. The idea was to soothe his throat. But Washington nearly choked trying to swallow it. This was just the beginning of the nightmare. With the first remedy failed, Washington himself asked for the most common and dangerous medical practice of the 18th century, bloodletting. Before the doctors even arrived, he had his farm overseer cut him and drain nearly a pint of blood. The theory was that bad blood caused illness, and draining would remove the disease. They were catastrophically wrong. Soon, 3 of the most respected physicians in the area were at his bedside. Their primary weapon? More bloodletting. Over the next several hours, they would drain George Washington of 5 pints of blood. That's nearly 40% of his body's total blood volume. With each cut, the man who had survived wars and forged a nation grew weaker and weaker, sinking into shock. But the torture didn't stop there. The doctors turned to another horrifying treatment, Cantharides, better known as Spanish fly. They ground up iridescent green beetles into a paste and applied it to Washington's throat. This wasn't an ointment. It was a blistering agent. It created massive, painful blisters on his skin. The thinking was that these blisters would draw the evil humors and the disease out of his body. All it did was add excruciating pain to his final hours. As if that wasn't enough, they tried to purge his body from the inside. They forced him to take doses of calomel, a mercury-based compound, and tartar emetic. These were powerful poisons designed to induce violent vomiting and diarrhea. The goal was to expel the illness. The result was a man, already weakened by massive blood loss and in agony from chemical burns, being violently purged. By the evening of December 14th, it was clear the end was near. The treatments had not cured him. They had assassinated him. Drained of blood, burned, and poisoned, George Washington's powerful body gave out. His last words were, "'Tis well." He died, not from a simple throat infection, but from the disgusting, torturous cures of his time. Modern doctors believe he had acute epiglottitis, a swelling of the throat that blocked his airway. A simple procedure today could have saved him. Instead, he was a victim of the very medicine meant to be his salvation. The story of Washington's death is a chilling reminder of how far medicine has come. The cures of the past were often more deadly than the disease. Thank you for watching. If you found this story as shocking as we did, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more dives into the dark side of history.